It's the Yep Yeah Yes podcast with Marissa and Tamika.
Look, I'd rather be a gambler than a weedhead.
I walked in, sat down, had to leave, and violently vomited.
I'm not going down that hole. I'm not. Don't even try me. Not today, Satan. Not today. I value my friendship.
You're the cream, and the coffee is life. You bring cream to my life.
I'm not sure.
Once a week for an hour.
Oh, hello.
It's the Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How's your day going?
It's going good.
It's like you've had a really great day.
A lot of technical difficulties on our end, but we got microphones. You want to show you? We just got to get them to work, and we're probably gonna have to upgrade to USB mics. Anyway, we'll make it work. Thank you.
Need adapters. That's all.
We're not technologically inclined the way a lot of people are, but little by little.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So this week's show, I want to talk about. Oh, it's summer. Well, technically it's spring where we are. It's not summer yet, but it's on its way. I don't. My notes are in my phone, and I'm using my phone.
You notice this background? Like I can't move because, yes, we have a new background, but
Oh, yeah. And then I got this weird thing right here. I like it though. I still like the background.
yeah, a little.
I would like a
consistency.
paper. I would like a paper background though.
Yeah, but we ain't got there. We stopped asking for donations, although we're still open to them. We just ain't asking.
We just ain't asking. So I want to talk about the summers here. So this time last year, it was a very murky, unknown, we didn't know if we were going to be in lockdown / quarantine for a few more weeks, a few more days. We didn't know what was happening. And I don't think anybody had a great summer. I don't think some people had bad summers, but I don't think anybody had that great of a summer. A lot of things were closed, travel was restricted. But this year I find that people are eagerly anticipating and quite hopeful to this amazing summer.
Okay.
Agree?
Are
You know-
you?
In light of recent events, I'm a little here and I'm a little there.
What recent events? There's a lot of events.
So I think, how I work in kindergarten
Yeah.
and I teach kids how to write, right? I
Okay.
teach kids how to write. And pencils have a different texture and a different feeling, and they're usually nice bright orange, usually.
Okay.
They're a distinctive feature to them, right?
Right.
You get the handle of it, you get the feel of it, and you really understand, especially since you're the one that's teaching kids how to use this tool. And I have yet to mistake my pencil for my pen. It has a different weight to it, a different texture to it, a different feel to it. So I don't usually, especially as someone who trains kids how to use this tool, I don't really mistake this bright yellow one for a pen. And pens usually come in different sizes, different colors, different shapes. But pens have a different feel to it than a pencil, because a pencil is usually encased in wood. I just wanted to make that distinction and make that note as someone who trains kids how to use utensils, tools.
I don't know where you're going with this.
You have no idea?
No.
I'll leave it at that.
No, I need you because there might be other people. I want to know.
So what does a taser look like? Is it bright?
Oh, okay. See, I'm like not even thinking. You got to spell stuff out for me because my mind and the libations that I'm currently imbibing, or what's the word? Imbibing.
embodying, maybe. I don't know. But I just want to say that this is bright, this isn't. But these usually come in a whole bunch of different styles.
Right.
Sometimes fun little things, sometimes gigantic, sometimes really heavy. But the feel of a pencil is always quite different. The weight is different and the color is different.
Right.
And, you know, I train kids how to use these tools. So it's, I have yet to go into my pockets, because I usually wear a cardigan with pockets. I like pockets because, you know, when you give a little kid a star on their good work, you do it in like a smelly marker. And even a smelly marker feels really different. So when I go in my pocket, I can feel it very, very different. I don't usually make that mistake, ever.
Right.
I just want to make that note. So in light of recent events, it's not that I'm not hopeful. It's not that I am hopeful. I just would love for our conversations, just John Q. Public, Juana Q. Public, you know, to just be a little bit more, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm hoping for. Because like, let's say, like, back to my point with my pen and my pencil, which I don't usually, you know, because I teach my kindergartners how to write. I train them on how to hold, you know, I train them on these things. It's very rare that I have to go out into the community that I serve, because I'm in a public school. I serve my community, and I tell them that, you know, their kids make so much mistakes because they're using a pen and not a pencil.
Right.
You know, usually kids have a lot of fatigue in their hands because it's really hard to learn how to write. So when a child is shutting down, and I'm giving them these tools and teaching them with these tools, or I'm showing them something using these tools, it's more the dialogue that I have with kids is more of a, you know, I service a community. So I will never speak to a family in my community and tell them, well, your kid just didn't want to fucking learn. They didn't fucking listen. Now they don't know how to write their ABCs. Not my problem. If they would have sat there and learned, if they would have sat there and tried, we wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
I serve a community. I have to go out there with a certain mindset, a certain frame. You know, I serve so many different types of people in my community. And I just have to make sure that, you know, I'm not scared to talk to my kids in my community, because I know that the job that I took is really vital and it's really important, just like all jobs. But I chose to interact with the kids in my community. So, you know, when you're going up to a kid and you're like, he's never going to learn. Oh, look at this one. Bet he's lazy. Bet he's doing something wrong. Bet he's always going to do something wrong. How do you think that child's going to learn? So I just say that's all that to say, I never really mess up my tools, especially someone who's teaching kids how to use them. And when I go out to my community, I'm never going to talk to someone in my community and say, oh, well.
See, the difference though, is it's in your community. When you have people that work in communities that they don't respect, I equate it to like someone who rents a house. You take pride in ownership. And I don't know.
But see, that's the thing. That's the whole thing. The job that I have, the reason I keep calling it my community is because, you know, they're not my kids. These are not my families. They're not my families. I have no vested interest in them growing up to be, you know, a millionaire, a worker. You know what I mean? I have no vested interest in that. But I took a job to serve a community. And if I'm not calling it my community, then what kind of job am I doing?
Right.
And I understand it's taxing. It's very taxing. I get that. And sometimes you need a break. But, you know, when you're out there and you're scared, as I've said before, when you're out there and you're scared, I think it's time to call it quits.
Yeah.
Before it's too late.
With that being said, condolences to the family of many, but this week, at this time, Dante Wright's family,
this week,
this week, today.
today. And there was another mass shooting today.
Yep. Well, this took a turn.
Yeah. My cloak and dagger shit. Because I came out here with a pen and a pencil to make a point. Because, you know, I do want to talk about summer, and I do want to talk about, you know, what's coming, what to look forward to. But I'm curious to see if anyone else feels the same way. Are they looking forward to, you know, getting out, going about their business and not serving their communities and just serving themselves, or serving themselves by serving their community? I don't know. However they want to word that. I think about my dollars and how they've become spent. And I know I've made a little bit of a shift lately as far as like my spending dollars. You know, and that's something that's going to continue, that's going to take some time to start shifting, because you just become so like whatever's most convenient, whatever's most cheapest, into like that small business community. And I love going out to eat and going out to restaurants and just like, you know, like experiences, like events.
Right.
We love that. And I want to continue doing that, but I also want to continue to support like my local community, like, you know, local restaurants, mom and pops, and, you know, small businesses. And, you know, I started wearing my hair in natural, meaning not flat iron, not blown out. So however, you know, whatever waves, whatever curls come that day, that's what I'm dealing with. So I decided to switch my hair care products to all minority owned. You know, as I'm leaving, you know me, I can't just throw something out that I haven't finished. So as certain products finish, I'm introducing my minority owned products. I don't know, and I'm looking forward to finding more of that. You know, I can't wait for, like, I love a fair. I love fairs where you get to
Like a
see.
fair? What do you mean a fair? Oh, a fair.
Oh, like a street fair.
I'm thinking a fair. I love affairs. You know how my head thinks.
What's the show that was filmed out in Montauk? Is it called The Affair?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
Yes, it was great.
Really? Is it over?
Yeah, it's over, but you can watch the whole thing online, like on stream it, you know, HBO.
Everyone kept talking about it. That's one of the ones that I never watched.
Yeah, it's gonna I mean it ended, but it was, and the lead character, the male, do you remember like last year he was caught having an affair with his co-star and his wife, who is a princess? They live in a castle. You hear this? Remember the story? I digress. Look up the Dominic something. Anyway, he got caught having an affair, and then his wife like came out, you know, to the driveway. They made a statement in front of the castle, and then I guess she got so much heat that they decided they're going to get a divorce. But they had like an open marriage, but it was like not known to everybody.
Oh.
Well, that's what they said. I don't know if that's, you know,
right.
You cheat, and it's like, yeah, well, we have an open marriage.
Yeah. Do you think that's what happened to J-Lo and A-Rod?
Who knows?
Since they want to be friends so bad.
Like, I think the quarantine ended a lot of relationships. And it's like, if you don't, like, after 2 years,
right?
Like, if you don't have a ring, it's pretty hard. Like, the fact that my stepmother got a ring after 30 something years of marriage.
Or togetherness.
Huh?
Togetherness, you mean?
No, I'm saying if you're in a relationship and there's no talk of, and y'all, like, homeboy proposed and y'all talked about marriage, but 2 years engagement or more, and it's still nothing, then it's the chances are very high that it might not happen. Not to say it doesn't happen. Like Carmelo Anthony and Lala, I think they were engaged for like 5 years. but he was also mad young. I mean, he got an MBA at like 18 or 19 or something like that. So, and he
Wow.
started dating her when he was 20. Like he couldn't even drink. So get married at 25, you understand it. A-Rod and J-Lo, they're like in their 40s. Well, she's like 50 now, 50 something, but he's only like 46 or something, maybe 45.
And he's a serial cheater.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna cheat with you, though. You think
That's
So
what
hold
that's
on.
my mantra.
so? I have a question for you, because that's the woman that I love to hate, apparently. Like, I don't even like her, but I know so much shit about her. Do you think that she's like sitting there like, I'm fucking Jennifer Lopez?
You think she's like, it's me. It's not, it's at this point, it's me.
Yeah.
But every person she's been with, are they with anybody?
Well,
Seriously?
Ben Affleck married Homegirl right
But
after.
is he with her?
No.
He's a serial cheater. Diddy, serial cheater. Mark Anthony, serial cheater.
Isn't Mark Anthony married again?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, she's got a type. Oh man.
yep.
Okay.
So I don't know. But before we get into the depths of like vacation and stuff
Yeah.
like that, I have a video
Okay.
that I actually posted to YouTube like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like a 3-minute video. I'm going to play the video and then we'll reconvene.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Are you on your new tablet? I mean your MacBook?
Yeah. I just don't know how to. Oh, geez. You think I would have this all done, you know? I'm a mess. Oh, homie.
It was rainy today. So I was standing outside the school this morning, and like the rain's coming down and my hair's getting all crazy. And
Right.
you know what song all I could think of?
What?
I saw you standing in the rain.
Yeah, I that was my jam.
I don't remember any other part of the song, but I saw you standing in the rain.
I'm really upset right now that I can't figure out. Oh, wait. Why can't this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
We come back from our break. This is I don't know why I can't share the page.
Your screen?
Oh, there we go. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we had a reality show, what the hell would we talk about? What would it be about? We think we're hilarious, but nobody else does. They're jealous. Nobody's jealous? Drama, humor, all of it. What do you think your show would be about? Yeah. I would want it to be about charity, adventure, comical mishaps and things. What kind of adventure? Just putting ourselves in new experiences, different cultures, different foods, like drastically. Yeah, because I'm about to say. Yeah, just different cultures and different things, and like
exposure, show an American point of view of the world. And I know that's been said and done. There's been a few other shows, but in the sense of charity as well, because you want to go there and not, change the world, but see things and help out.
I realize that the world is bigger than my little problem. Like everybody always says it, like when you're born in the U.S., you're born mulatto, you know what I'm saying? You're richer than even the poorest person here, well, in the United States, is still richer. Let me ask you something. Why didn't you tell me when I was when I had all that water? Actually, not why didn't you tell me? Why did you laugh so hard when you saw that water on my ass?
When you sat in the cold water,
Yeah.
it's funny because it's difficult to make a move.
Bring it back.
Of all the places to sit, on that long bench, you sat in the one section next to the little puddle.
But that's no reason to laugh.
It is funny.
Whatever. But very good one. Glad to get away.
So I know like some of the people that listen to the podcast is very hard to hear.
That audio was so loud.
The audio is
music.
like, and it's like over 10 years old. The audio has changed drastically. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But I wanted to bring that up because you said that it's the summer, like summer
Mhm.
this year. And that to me was like, it's
Vacaciones.
it was funny because we were talking about like doing a reality show or something like that together. And although this podcast isn't a reality show, it is our reality show.
Right.
And so we kind of spoke it into existence in a way. You know what I mean? So, I figured let me play that from our trip
We-
to Ireland, Scotland, and
We need to speak some more things into existence.
okay.
There was, you know what? There was one clip, I don't think people could hear it, where you were asking me, like, why'd you laugh so hard when I had all that water on my backside? And I was saying that it's just such a typical Tamika move. So I always wanted to go see Loch Ness, and Loch in, what is that, Gaelic?
Whatever.
Is lake. So we went there, and there was a bench that, when I tell you, it was 20 feet long. It wasn't 10 feet long. It was 20 feet long. And there was only about a 6-foot section, a 6-inch section that had a puddle. And we're walking, and of all the places for Tamika to sit, she sits right there. And when I tell you it's such a typical Tamika move, it's
I can't believe I sat there.
yeah.
I didn't even notice. Like, that's how oblivious I am.
Yeah.
But-
Except for my loud, obnoxious. And I miss my long hair
With your highlights.
with my highlights.
You had little highlights.
I gotta tell you though, I know you've aged quite a lot better than I have, but we haven't aged too bad.
No, not too bad. You look pretty good.
Not too bad, kid.
Not too bad.
No, I'm
So-
happy with it.
I wanted to also like, I'll go first and then you go, because you know
Okay.
I'm about this even though I know it's your week, but I want to move this along.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like,
No, I know what you mean.
I'm not trying
I'll
to
go
be
off on
jerk.
another tangent with my damn cloak and dagger shit. Yeah, I
So,
know.
We both picked out pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the pictures, we got to quantify it by saying that obviously there's pictures from when we were little, and it's like, I really wasn't going to go digging through photo albums looking for like my favorite vacation photos from when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
summer break, but we both picked out some pictures within the last 20 years or 15, whatever, how many years that meant something to us. So I just want us each to go through it and talk about our own pictures and talk about what they mean to us, and if it's something that we think that we can replicate, in post, what do you say,
Okay.
AC, after COVID.
Eight. Oh, yes. AC.
Okay, so these are my photos. So the first one at the top is,
Mhm.
I don't know, I just love it because it's like I'm standing on top of the world.
You're at the Parthenon, right?
Yeah. And like to look down and
Yeah.
see that, it just, to me, I don't know, I just like that photo, and that was great. And then the black and white photo is me and my mom. I love to put
Wasn't
the
that Morocco?
no, it wasn't Morocco, it was Spain. But Morocco was on that same trip. But I'm one of those people that loves to like put the camera at a distance and like pose for it. So I know like my mother, a lot of times, especially before like this photo,
Right.
like and whenever I take pictures, it's like before the iPhone really. So it's like you're putting your camera at a distance.
Mhm.
So she's like, what she got me doing? But then when you see the development of it, you're like, oh, okay, that's a nice photo.
Yeah.
I like have that vision. Like I'm not a photographer or anything, I'm not saying that, but I just know what I like and what I would want to see and what I would want to hang on my wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then so the Spain was like a great trip with me and my mom. And then me and my family, we went to Massanutten and in the snow, and first time I skied, and my cousin Tisha and Yolanda got stuck at the top of a hill because they like couldn't jump off a lift or something. I don't know. And
Oh
then
my Lord.
because they couldn't ski, it took them like 3 hours to come down the hill. And we're all like waiting for them to go eat dinner. And we're like, where are they? Are they okay? Like you start getting scared because now it's dark out. You see how light it is right there. By the time
Oh my
we came back,
word.
it's like 8 p.m. So, but I love that because, we took professional photos, and, it's just nice to be with your family. And
Yeah.
I have a picture of me, you, and our friend Jamil. And I call it our gap picture,
Yeah.
in the Dominican Republic. And
Yep.
it was just like, we didn't plan our outfits, you know, we just,
But it just worked out.
yeah, we just look good. And once again, positioning the camera in the right angle and standing the right way, just, I thought it's one of our greater pictures. And then the picture of me and you, your eyes are closed and mine are semi-open, which is opposite of what they usually are. Because usually
Hmm.
my eyes are the closed one. But I
Yep.
think he was kind of like laughing at something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were we going to Tortola? I don't remember.
That is in Buenos Aires.
Oh,
And
okay, okay.
we were outside of a
You're right.
museum.
Yeah.
And the museum had like Picasso's and Degas on the wall with no rope. Like you could like, you're like, you could touch this shit. What are they doing here? It was the oddest museum ever.
Yeah. And then the last picture is also Buenos Aires, after a long ass walk to like the nature preserve.
Yep.
We are standing as tired as we look.
That was such a great walk.
But
Such a great place to be.
it was so hot. I had on the
Yeah.
pants, but I look at the pictures and I'm like, we look good.
We look good as heck.
That we look good,
We look good. Yeah.
So, there you go. All right,
There you go.
I'm gonna pull up yours.
Okay.
And give me 1 second. Okay.
Full disclosure to people listening, I had a mold issue in my storage unit, so I couldn't find all my photos. Okay. The top photo is, you took that photo.
Yep.
And that's an olive tree, and we were in Greece.
I think I was telling you to pull out. That's me always trying to act like I'm a fucking director.
But I love that picture so much. And the olive trees actually smell like urine. Remember, we kept looking around like, smells like piss everywhere, but it was the olive trees.
Yeah.
That other photo right underneath it is me and my mom, and we were in England, and that town, I forget what the town is, but that's the town that My Fair Lady is from. We were visiting one of her really good friends from Tortola BVI, and I had really, really short hair, and so did she. And we just, I don't know, we were twinning that whole vacation. Like she and I would come out of the room with the same color shirts on. It was really funny. And then the photo after that, although it looks like I'm in Asia, I'm actually in Hawaii.
Why did she go to Asia?
I'm actually in Hawaii, and Hawaii has, because if you look at the background to the left, you can see that structure of the Hawaiian mountains.
Right.
That's actually an Asian garden in Hawaii. And
Okay.
it was just so beautiful. And there's actually those, I forget what the name of it's called. Not like a hut or teepee or whatever it is. There's no nails. So
Okay.
the carpentry is all like interlocked.
Right.
At the bottom is you and me in Argentina at the Iguazu Falls, which
Mhm.
was your dream to go there. And I made us walk the whole way and not take the train because I felt like we like had to work to earn it to get there.
The train
But-
passed us by and I was like longing. I'm like, oh,
A few times it passed us by because the walk was like miles. It was really, really long, but it was just such a
if you don't know what
beautiful
you're getting
waterfall.
into, it's better.
Yes, we had no clue. And then it's bigger than Niagara Falls, and it's the three frontiers. So it's like the three countries coming together, and it's so magical. Then the one next to that is you and me in the Dominican Republic. Funny, we both chose DR. I think we both chose Greece. And I think we both chose Argentina.
I remember, which one were we going to and your mother was looking down at us like, ew, why would you go there? Was it DR?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Hater.
But it was a fun, all-inclusive trip. We just got to relax and
Yep.
eat and drink.
Soon
was
as we
nice.
got there, we got in the pool and ordered daiquiris. or
That was it.
pina coladas.
And that was the best. That was a really good trip, actually. And
Well-
then my last one is you and me on a pier in California, on the California Pier.
That's when I was like, where is that?
In California, where's that Muscle Beach? What is that
Yeah.
called?
Yep,
What's
Venice.
the- Venice Beach. Yes, we're on Venice Beach. Both of us in our skirts.
Oh my goodness.
We cute as hell.
So when you look at these pictures, like when you put them all together, what do you think about? What comes to mind?
Traveling makes me super happy. So I always look at those years as my skinny years, but my body then and now are obviously it's different, but it's not that far removed. Like I'm out of shape, but I'm not, it's weird. So I look at my body like, oh, I ain't that bad. Traveling makes me happy. I need to go more places so I can get new photos. And apparently I only travel with one person, you and my mom.
Well, everybody, we've had this conversation.
You can't be traveling with everybody. Everybody wants a travel buddy. No, thank you. I've cut people off just because they don't know how to act in an airport. I'm a horrible friend.
You're not horrible. I mean, I don't have anything wrong. Look, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Some people just know how to travel. Some people like, I feel like, so I remember the first time I invited you to come down to Tortola with me, and I was like, hey, listen. And I gave you the whole spiel, the customs and this, and you got to walk and blah, 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 and you got to go fast, blah, 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 blah. And I remember I'm like, I'm a fast walker. Maybe not. I don't know. And when I looked back and you were right there, like you were right there. And I was like, oh, this bitch. All right. Oh, okay. And I like walked a little slower and I'm like, and then it was just like, you just understood. I feel like we both had the understanding when we traveled, obviously outside of Tortola, but it was like my hotel, I just needed to be safe and clean.
Right.
I don't need all the extra because I want to be outside of my hotel. You know, I want to find that hole in the wall, and I don't care if I eat breakfast there every day, that I want my spot. I want to be able to have a spot. I want to be able to do things.
Right.
And the thing about you too is that you're not like, we have standards, you know what I mean? As far as like, I want things to be clean and neat, but it's not like I would never eat there. I would never go there. I would never do that. You're like, all right, let's check it out.
Right.
Like you're good like that. And you know what else too? When it comes to like culture in other countries, even the way people communicate, you know, sometimes that like Americans find other people so rude, but I think it's just sometimes the way people communicate, like the way they talk, like it's just the way
Right.
they talk.
Right.
And you're the type of person that when we go to another country, I've never had that thought of that worry or that like, oh,
She's gonna get us in some shit.
don't be a typical American right now. Like, what do you mean you don't speak English? Like, we're in another fucking country right now. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You know how people always like, you don't have anybody here that speaks English?
Yeah.
And you're like, you're in another fucking country. Nobody here owes you English.
Right.
And like, you and I have this thing, like, I talk a lot and I go on tangents, but you let me be. Like, when we're in a cab, like going to our hotel, like when we first get to another country, and I'm like, how do you say hello? How do you say this? How do you say that? You're like, you do all the field work, because when we out, you'll be like, you leave, you let me be. You're not like, shh, just like let him drive us. Like, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, you just let me be. And when I'm trying to muddle through a conversation with someone in another country, it's like, you know, I just want to be able to say please and thank you and like a few different phrases. And people really do appreciate that when you make the effort, especially in their home. And you don't mind, like, you know, Americans have a really a reputation of being overly friendly.
Right.
And I am an overly friendly American. So I can't even imagine how that translates to Europe or other parts of the countries or other countries that we've been to. So if I'm overly friendly here, I can't even imagine. You just let me be. And like, it's you're the perfect travel partner.
Ditto. Compliment each other. Now, before we wrap up the school summer thing, I just want to know, like, now that we're still in the midst of the pandemic, and obviously your kids are going to be out of school soon. So, I mean, for the break, not like forever.
Yeah.
So what are your goals for the summer? Like, are you going to just do business as usual? Or are you kind of amend? I mean, obviously last year was truly not the summer, but we're kind of getting back to the swing of things in a way.
Yeah, things are opening up.
So what do you have goals or plans for the summer that you weren't able to accomplish last summer?
You know, it's so hard for me to answer that because it's such a, how do I word that? I don't know. It's such a weird thing to say because I do want to be out there. I do want to be out and about and things like that. But like I said, I'm spending my dollars a little bit more wisely now, as far as like what companies are doing, how are they enriching the communities that they're in. So it's like I have so much homework to do before I commit to doing, you know, certain things.
Right.
But I've always done and always will and always love those museum enrichment days. I just love going to a museum. I really like getting in the car and going for like, you know, those road trips.
Which you can still do.
Yeah, which I'm gonna do. That's like really the only thing that I have earmarked and planned for. What about you?
I mean, I'm going to do the same things that I was doing before 2020. You know, I'm going to go to the beach. You know,
What beach are you going to this year?
Well, that's not the summer. Well, yeah, I guess Labor Day is summer, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to Hawaii. But yeah, I guess it's still summer, you know, relatively speaking. But I think of summer is like June, July, and August.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to really just be going to the beach on Long Island, working on my book. My mother finished her part of the book. So hopefully we'll be able to start working on the third part of our book together when we're in Hawaii, spending time with my family, that kind of thing, you know. I might
Yeah.
hopefully go visit, my niece, nephew, sister-in-law and brother at some point this summer, or maybe they'll come here. I don't know. But,
Yeah.
kind of just like a family thing. I have no plans to like go on a staycation,
Yeah.
just work and that kind of thing. Go out to dinner with friends and stuff. But, that's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
All right, homie.
All right. So you're gonna go to your thing?
Yep.
Okay, we got a new background.
Oh wait, I gotta change my background.
And then I gotta get one more thing. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Marissa's musings.
So far, we have been on the cusp of what feels like another civil rights movement. Now, I know that word has different definitions for the whole gamut of people. I'm not going to define what it is. I'm not going to tell you what my opinion of it is either. But my feeling right now is that we're on the cusp of another civil rights movement. But do we as a society have what it takes to listen? So, as of late, there have been no Asian hate rallies, but they've asked for police escorts because they feel that Black Lives Movement rallies that are within the same vicinity, that they would be in danger. So we have our Latino and Hispanic community who are still dealing with colorism, who denounce their heritage, but call themselves Afro-Latino when it suits the narrative of what they're talking about. I'm not going to go further, but if you're asking somebody else not to hate you, don't hate yourself either. I don't know what I wish for as far as us as growth in our communities, but I do wish us well. And hopefully everybody has a hot girl summer.
Hot girl, summer. Oh.
Where can they catch us, Tamika?
Where can they catch us? They can catch us. Where does it say on my background? The Yep Yeah Yes podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of your streaming platforms. I'm not going to say the names of the devices because there's one in the room I'm in right now, and then it just might pull it up, and then it's a whole issue. Not to be like home, stop, quiet. So just stream it on all your favorite devices, and just check us out. YouTube video, you can watch the whole video. We're figuring things out. We're not tech savvy, but at some point you're gonna be like, they got their shit together. They got their mics working. They got their audio popping.
Marissa finally has, listen, I'm telling you right now, the moment we have a coherent show where I don't go off tangent, call me an ambulance, because you know that my brain function is off.
No, I'm gonna just be like, wow, she really cares.
Girl, that don't mean I don't care.
This
is the way my brain works.
Okay. Anyway, thank y'all for watching and listening, checking us out, tuning in. And yeah. Got anything else to say, Marissa?
No.
Have a hot girl summer.
Have a hot girl summer.
All right, y'all. Bye now.
Bye now.